I hope on everyone's machine there is what you can say needed or required setup, right? Everyone is having required setup, right? So yesterday what we did is that we created one project by using which command? Can you tell me? ng new command, right? ng new and your repository name, right? We have created that thing. Now today we are going to understand this project structure. What we are going to understand? We are going to understand, so whatever project structure it has created, all that project structure we are going to understand today, right? Okay, so can you see this source folder, right? Can you see this source folder? Here we are going to work maximum, right? Here we are going to work maximum. Yesterday we have downloaded what you can say your Angular CLI by using npm. Then we have earlier downloaded TypeScript and all other things, and today I am going to begin with the actual Angular 2. So source folder is everything where you need to work everything, right? Okay, so outside the source there is one file Angular CLI which gives you structure of the CLI. Now see, here you would be getting name of the project is a general purpose. If you want to change the name, just open the Angular CLI.json and change this name, right? Then apps, see under the apps there would be one folder. Can you see apps, right? Source, distribution directories, assets and the fav icon right here. Can you see assets and the fav icon at that level? So this file is more over what you can say the project structure. Angular creates the project structure from this file, right? Angular creates all the project structure. CLI creates project structure from this file, right? Which is nothing but Angular CLI.json. Here you would be getting everything. Where are the environment source? What are the another what you can say scripts? If you are going to write some JS scripts, that would be here, right? The environment. See, to this file you are not going to touch anyhow, right? So this is for the Angular CLI. I am talking about this file, right? Angular CLI.json. Name itself is suggesting. Okay. Now another file is editor config. See, means your if you press the tab, how many tabs should be there? 8, 12, 16, right? All that thing. Intent space is this. Intent size is 2. Insert final new line true. Then trim trailing white spaces, means if you write something white space something like this and save it, it is going to forget that because of this utility, right? So here editor config, remember that the dot represents not so important. Dot represent not so important over here. So you can what you can say you can neglect these files because these are editor config is for what you can say editor. Then Angular CLI JSON is for the Angular CLI. Okay. Now there is one more file, something called as git ignore. What to upload to git and what not to upload the git, that is going to be decided by the git ignore. So whatever files you are going to mention, right? Whatever files you are going to mention inside git ignore files or folder, that won't be uploaded to the git. What I'm saying, that won't be uploaded to the git. If you are mentioning something somewhere over here, can you see node modules, right? I have node modules over here. If you can see, node module is here, right? But this node module wouldn't be getting uploaded, right? But this node module wouldn't be getting uploaded to the GitHub. Why? You have mentioned that under the dependencies, sorry, .git ignore file. Okay. Then you can see karma config, this, right? This karma config, this is what you can say unit testing. This is where your unit testing will work, right? The karma config, Jasmine is there, Chrome launcher is there, Jasmine HTML reporter is there, coverage, this is there, right? Istanbul reporter is there, and CLI plugins karma. So these are the plugins that are going to be used, what you can say, by the unit testing, karma unit testing, right? Okay. And Jasmine is an assertion utility, remember that. So that configuration is over here, right? Much of the time you don't need to change it. right? This would be automatically manipulated by the Angular CLI, right? Then comes package.json. We have seen this file yesterday. Package.json. Your dependencies and the dev dependencies are written over here, right? Your scripts are here. We type npm start and these commands get executed. We type ng build, right? We type what you can say npm space build. This command would be getting fired with the help of node. So we have seen this thing, npm space start, which executes ngserve command. That is nothing but your script, name of your app, version of your app, right? Presently make it 1, right? We are under the development, right? So I am going to have this version as 1. So this thing as major version, you can say minor version, and the micro version if you have worked with any project management utility. So this is the versioning system, right? In the micro level you are going to just fix the bugs. In the minor level, little supplementary features, right? And in the major release you are going to add completely new functionality, altogether new functionality into your project, right? That is nothing but the major version. Fine. So this is about what you can say package.json. Now Protractor is a unit testing tool. Sorry, it is a E2E testing, end to end, from the functional testing to the unit testing. Everything is going to be come under this thing, right? On your required environment, production environment or development environment, whatever it is. So Protractor, what you can say, is nothing but, in the last lecture I'm going to tell you how to work with this thing. See, these are the configuration files. You don't need to touch all these files that are given to you by what you can say Angular, right? Okay, now readme.md, this file, which one? This readme.md. See this. So readme.md is that file. When you push your code to the GitHub, I'll show you, github.com/codecool, right? And your repository, right? This repository, can you see this general purpose? Can you see over here? It is the readme.md. Tell me something about this repository, right? Is present inside readme.md file. This file, md is extension which stand for markdown. So all these things are the markers, right? Put the markers and accordingly it will generate the visual impact on the GitHub. See, if it is what you can say single hash, font is little bit larger. If it is double hash, font is little bit lower, and this line is getting added below that, right? That is a markdown, one of the well-known what you can say markup language, like the HTML. This is also one type of markup language, right? Now tsconfig is nothing but the TypeScript config, right? tsconfig is nothing but what you can say TypeScript config. If whenever you are going to compile the code by using the TypeScript tsc, there would be in the current directory dist folder would be getting created. Under the dist you can say out tsc, right? So under this folder it is going to generate the JavaScript files. Under this folder it is going to generate the JS files, right? And it would be working with the node. That's what you are saying. Node would be executing that. Target means it is going to generate ES5, right? It is going to generate module level things over here. Then type roots is something called as, there are some frameworks which are written in the JavaScript, right? How they are going to communicate with the TypeScript, JavaScript and TypeScript. Bridge is what you can say at types. Over here you will find the bridge. So it is using this library ES 2016 and the DOM, right? These libraries are present inside your node modules. Okay, now linting is called as checking the grammar. Go on typing, right? If your spaces are wrong, spaces on the code are wrong, right? Curlies are misplaced, right? Indentation is poor. All that things are checked by the linting. TypeScript linters are there, right? So CodeLyzer is there. If you can see this thing, Code Analyzer is nothing but the CodeLyzer. It is one of the node module. Node people has already written this code. means checking the JS code how it is, right? They are using that thing, right? So callable types true, class names true, comment format true, check the space, many things are there. These are the grammar. So linting is generally grammar of your programming language. So you define the grammar over here, right? Okay, so these are the configuration files, not so important, right? So you need just package.json to add and remove the dependencies over here, right? If you need any dependency, add over here, right? Well, now you can enter into the E2E folder, right? You can enter into the E2E folder. Specs are nothing but the specifications that you are going to write, right? Then here you can see this E2E configuration is there. So whenever you are going to run the E2E code, or whenever you are going to run the command E2E, right, this configuration is going to be picked, and this, what you can say, and these test cases are going to get executed. If you have worked with the karma before this, you might have, it should display the message saying app works. That's what it is checking. Then navigate to this page, right? So if you have worked with the karma, you should have a little bit knowledge of the karma unit testing to work with this thing, right? Karma is one of the very well known unit testing utility that JS people work with, right? So it is that. Now here they have written some code. E2E, it is an end-to-end, not only particular functionality, but it is going to check throughout the application on your browser, right? It is trying to click the button, then it will go over there. So with the, what you can say, combination of the Selenium, they have built this utility, right? Protractor, right? So I'm going to give you demo on the last day how you are going to run the test cases, right? Or how you are going to write the test cases if you want to write, right? That I'm going to explain you bit in the last lecture. Okay, now this is about, what you can say, E2E and the node module, right? So this is the node modules. All these modules you would be needing, right? Node modules are nothing but the libraries that you are looking for, right? So all the libraries which will help the developer, like CodeLyzer, like, what you can say, library reload, are written under the node modules, right? Are coming from your package.json. Whatever you write over here, dev dependencies and the dependencies, that would be the part of node module, right? Here somewhere you will find RxJS at the bottom, right? You will find somewhere at the bottom RxJS or Rx package, which is really, can you see Rx package and the RxJS package? These are some JS files they have written, right? Something like this. So whatever you write over here, that comes under, what you can say, this node modules thing. And node module is for the developer. At the runtime you don't need the node modules. These are for the developer's efficiency, right? Live reload functionality you will not be needing on the web, right? Whenever you host, you won't be needing. Okay, now there is a part, right? Something misplaced. Now there is an actual part of the source. Here we are going to spend maximum of our time as an Angular developer here. So these are that things where we are going to work with maximum, right? So we'll discuss this thing in the next tutorial. So keep watching.